Hi, everybody. How are you? Happy Tuesday. This is Jen Ocknan, a former run-on Duncan gal turned integrative health practitioner, and I am so excited to be here for my 30th broadcast of my 30 Days of Wellness Lives. This is part of a series that I challenged myself to do actually just a few things. Not just a few, but two very important things. One is that I was looking for a way to share information in a new and different way that I hadn't done before. Hey, Kathleen, thanks for joining. I really just wanted to connect with people differently and really share some great information that is, I think, not easily available to people, especially women. I think it would be incredibly helpful to people to incorporate into their lives so they can feel better and do better. And number two, my business coach had um, challenged us all to basically say what would be a way that you could triple your revenue goal for the month. And when you think about it that way, you can think about the book 10x is easier than 2x, right? Where you have to do something fundamentally different to grow your business. Because if you just want to double your business, you're just going to grind it out doing the same old thing. If you want to 10x your business, you have to think differently. You have to be brave. You have to be bold. And so for me, that was finally going live on LinkedIn when I had the ability to do so for a year. And I haven't done it yet. So thank you all for joining. Kathleen, thank you. Kathleen, I think you have watched every single event, most of them live. Brenda, hey, Brenda, thanks for joining. Brenda is an amazing client of mine. She did so fantastic. Brenda, if you want to drop a comment in there about how you did on the program or how much weight you released or how you're feeling now, I would love for you to share that with people if you feel moved to do so. But today, I just wanted to kind of recap the experience, talk about some of the topics, the biggest takeaways, the most popular wisdom drops, I guess. Make sure everybody knows where they can find these broadcasts, and then talk a little bit about, okay, so now what's next, right? So, depending on where you're joining from, please go ahead and drop it in the comments. I'd love to know where you're watching from. This initially became a vision to stream just on LinkedIn. And then I thought, well, I have a YouTube channel that I've never really used. Why don't I share videos to that? And then I realized, hey, Jen, why don't you just stream live there? And then last but not least, I said, you know what? I feel like my Facebook audience is getting a little bit neglected. And honestly, I think it's scarier to go live in front of friends and family who have known you since you were practically in diapers, right? That's how Facebook works. Versus I could go live in front of 6 million strangers and be completely fine. So Facebook, you guys, all my friends there, you got added in the last, I think, 10 days or so. So right now, streaming to all 3 platforms, feeling really good about just being brave and showing up differently for everyone, because it's really all about you. Brenda, it's about you and what you can learn and how you can change. Kathleen, it's how you can change, right? How you can grow. Some of my favorite people who have been on here, Jeff Walker, who's been on a ton supporting past clients, future clients, hopefully. So thank you so much for being a part of it. As I said, I've got a couple slides to kind of help roll this along a little bit. And if you are watching on the replay, please go ahead and put #replay. I would love to, I'd love to answer any questions, get your feedback. How did you like the series? So let's go ahead and get started. So can everybody see this? I'm going to go, I guess, let the slides go a little bit bigger here. So here it is, right? So if you missed some of the broadcasts, or if you want to go back and watch some of them, there are really 3 places I would say go. On LinkedIn, you can go to my main profile, and then you can go to events. If you don't see it on your smartphone, you can click on more, and then events should show up there, and you can see all the events that I did. I also had created a new Shift into Health business profile page on LinkedIn, which I've never had a business profile page. Honestly, I'm not sure that people use them that well on LinkedIn. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to put all my live streams there. no matter what it is. So if you go just to Shift into Health, and please hit the follow button, then you can see just all the lives, all the events that I've done and all the events that I will do in the future, and they'll all be right there. And that's what I'm going to use it for now. You can also go to YouTube. My channel, I don't have enough followers yet to get a fancy custom channel. So if you guys wouldn't mind, go to my channel and hit follow so I can create a channel name that's a little bit easier. Right now it's at Jennifer Ottman 5943. Very sexy, I know. But you can follow me there. And Kathleen says, I finally made it, the last episode, and I wanted to make sure I was here. Girl, I did too, because when you weren't on, it just didn't feel right. And Brenda, I love seeing your smiling face here too. So thank you so much. Some of the favorite topics that I put on here, if you know me, if you know what I'm about, if you know what my message is, right? I'm a certified integrative health practitioner. Simply put, that could be a holistic health coach. But what it really means is I try and look at you as the whole person, right? I'm looking at you from, how are you doing mentally? What are you stressed about? How are you motivating yourself? What's going on in your life? I'm looking at you from a nutrition standpoint. What are you eating? How often are you eating? When are you eating, right? What's going well? What's not? How are you moving your body? How is your sleep, right? So really kind of looking at you in a holistic way. And so I wanted to make sure that my topics reflected that. So when you think about fundamentals, right, that I'm focusing on, it's all about the food that you're eating, the movement you're doing, the quality of sleep you're getting, the air that you're breathing, right, and the toxins that you're dealing with or not dealing with, as it were. So my topic's really a lot about fitness. We had a couple episodes where we're talking about up-leveling your fitness and what does that mean, right? Are you just going to the gym and kind of putting in the reps, or are you going to the gym, right? Or when you go for a walk, you just kind of strolling along, stopping, as the dog stops and says, or are you walking? Are you getting your steps in, right? Talked about smart cardio, right? A lot of people, are bashing cardio. No, don't do cardio. Don't do cardio. Just do weights. Well, you know what? Cardio is amazing. You just have to make sure that you're doing it in alignment to the right goal, right? That was a big takeaway. If you want to get your steps in, if you want to get your cardiovascular health up, if you do want to burn some extra calories, if you want to get your mood up, great. Cardio is amazing for that. If you're trying to lose fat and gain muscle, cardio is not necessarily the best, right? Strength training is where it's at. So we had a great episode on smart cardio. Achieving that 1%. It talks about getting that 1% better every single day so that you can basically be 37% better at the end of 12 months. Well, what does that really mean? So I dove into that a little bit in terms of habit forming and really showing up for yourself. Heavy metals, right? Heavy metals, as well as some of my other detox and de-stress protocols. Heavy metals are all around us, right? They're in our beauty products. They're in our kitchens. They're in our water. They're in our food. So what can you do every day to make smart choices to make sure that you're keeping that heavy metal load down? Because it can do a lot in terms of altering our mood, giving us migraines, contributing to weight gain, all kinds of things, right? So educating ourselves on heavy metal toxicity, what it means and what we can do about it was a really important episode, I think. Food is medicine, right? So you heard me say it, my foundation, food using nutrition. So food is medicine. A good example of this was seed cycling. So I know in my profile, I talk about how I specifically focus from a client perspective, women 40 and up, because once you hit 40, that seems when the hormones are kind of going out of control, and making some very strange changes that we have to adjust to. But as a woman, 16 to 60, whatever the range is, we need to understand what it takes to balance our hormones. And so seed cycling was a great episode that we did. And I have a great freebie on that if you want to go to my website. In fact, I think I've got the link right here. Where is that? No, I don't have that link. Whoops. Just go to jenochnan.com and you can go ahead and see that. Blood sugar management. This was a really big one. Blood sugar management is so critical to not only weight, but when you think about the big three causes of mortality, whether that is you've got heart issues, right? You've got stroke, you've got diabetes, right? And then you've got obesity in there too, right? Blood sugar management plays a role in all of those. So, two or three different episodes I had on blood sugar management. Basically, what is it doing to your body when you have poor blood sugar management or you don't have very good metabolic flexibility? And then also another whole episode on what you can do to improve your blood sugar, because there's so many ways you can improve it, and you can improve it very, very quickly, right? So something like type 2 diabetes or being insulin resistant doesn't have to be something that you have forever. That is reversible, right? And so how great is that? Talked about hormones, all kinds of hormones, not just our female hormones, but I talked about testosterone. I talked about the relationship between cortisol and melatonin, right? How they have an inverse relationship to each other. Talked about, let's see, events. Just if you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to maintain your weight, or you just want to go to an event and feel good the next day and not feel terrible, talked a lot about how to handle those things smartly. We're in fall, so I did a very specific episode on tailgating for sports events, weddings. Fall is big for weddings, right? Or just in general going out. So let's see, what else? Toxins in your health. I did a 3-part series on toxicity because yes, you may think your body can handle toxins. Sure, they can. Our bodies are made to detox. However, they're overloaded, my friends. They are overloaded. And everything that we do to support our body supports our detox functions. And when you specifically get into things like your liver, right, which is our largest organ, the queen, if she's not working well, if she's all stopped up, that's going to cause a lot of issues in terms of your health. The least of which is in terms of estrogen dominance, right? If your liver is clogged up and you're not adequately processing excess estrogen and getting it out of your body, then that's definitely going to lead to estrogen dominance, which there is just a huge rise in women having that, which means you're having all the symptoms of estrogen dominance, right? Which can be interrupted sleep, it can be weight gain, it can be hot flashes, it can be, joint pain, all kinds of things. So toxins was a really, really great episode. I think we even did one. Yes, we did. We did one where I kind of walked you through your house and I said, okay, here's all the things that you can do over time. Not that you have to do everything at once, but things that you can do over time to clean up the home, right? To make sure that you don't have homesickness. Not homesickness that you're away, but actually being homesick. Your home, where your place of residence is making you ill, right? So those were some really great topics that we did. Anyone who's on there, if you want either Brenda or Kathleen, anyone who's joining, I would love it if you had watched an episode. Drop your favorite one in the comments, or drop maybe your favorite takeaway. I think that would be great for people to see. So let's see. Brenda. Oh, hey, Brenda. Brenda, I love the program Jennifer offered. It made me feel so much better. I'm actually doing my cleanse day today and I don't feel hungry. Jennifer is a great coach. Brenda, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Kathleen, what are we talking about? They're in our spices, craziness. Oh, heavy metals for sure. But our spices, especially our herbs, can absolutely help with the detoxification of heavy metals, right? We talked about that. Things like having cilantro, things like parsley. These are amazing to have. Adding even just a teaspoon to dinner of one of them to your favorite recipes every day is helpful in terms of keeping that heavy metal toxicity down. Seed cycling now on the second round. Nice, Kathleen. So yeah, if anybody wants the seed cycling brochure or any of my other freebies, including my sleep one, sleep was another topic, you can go to jenochnan.com and you can see my main freebies there, the things about 10 tips about energy, about seed cycling, healthy food swaps to lessen inflammation. And then I made a special one. This actually wasn't even on my website yet. I don't think I've put it on there. But if you wanted to get the guide for sleeping, just go to tinyurl.com, just the fastest way to make a simple URL, F to F sleep, and you can get a great download there. So that one is really, really good. So let's see, what else did I get on comments here before going? Doesn't your liver reset itself? Well, yes, but you have to make sure that you are giving it the proper nutrients that it needs so it can do it. right? You have to support your liver. So because it's just like a car, if it doesn't have fuel, it can't go. Your liver can't optimally do what it needs if it is all clogged up, if it doesn't have the right nutrients to go ahead, number one, and do the process of phase one, liver detoxification, right? When it takes a fat soluble toxin and change it into a harmless water soluble toxin. So then your body can handle it and get it out of your system. You need nutrients, right? You need nutrients. So what else do you have? Toxins in your health, blood sugar management, 2 episodes I like the best and help me the most. Oh, Kathleen, thank you so much. I love that. I love that. So another reason I wanted to go live here, right, is that all over LinkedIn, and I'm sure on other social media channels as well, AI is everywhere, right? And people are talking about AI avatars and getting pitched things by AI people or AI posts or, AI generated comments. And so when I was thinking about going live, I was like, you know what? People might question whether I wrote a post, which I don't think people do because I write my own posts. But they're never going to question that this is me going live because this is me, the raw, unfiltered, uncut. This is Jen. What you see is what you get. So I think that's really important, right? If you're trying to create a network and you want people to get to know you, then you need to show them the real you, right? Super, super important. So that was another big reason why I did these lives. So if you are just joining, I am reviewing topics that I covered in my 30 days of wellness lives, and making sure that everybody knows how to find them. So they're all here. And I also had a lot of people who signed up for free consultations, free discovery sessions, and I enrolled a lot of nice new clients through this process too, which is absolutely amazing. That was another big benefit of this, right? Because this was stemmed from a business goal that I had, right? From my business coach. So I do want to spend just a few minutes to talk about why you might want to work with me. And people are like, okay, well, what does Jen really do? So most women who come to me, they get up in the morning and they're exhausted because their sleep was interrupted, right? Either they couldn't get to sleep because they couldn't turn their mind off. They woke up because they ate too late and their food's still digesting, or maybe they had too much alcohol, or they're just waking up because not enough melatonin, right? Cortisol is still racking its way through their sleep cycle. So they're exhausted when they get up. And then they go to their closet and nothing really fits good, right? They might have already been overweight and now hormones are causing an additional 5 to 10 pounds of weight gain. They maybe have meno belly or that middle-age spread that people talk about, because you gain weight in our belly and our hips as we go through perimenopause and menopause as a backup system, really, to back up for estrogen production as our ovaries stop producing estrogen, right? There's a reason that this happens, right? So you also, maybe you have bad blood sugar management, right? And so you're getting late night cravings, right? I have so many women who get cravings. Give me a fire sign if that's happened to you, if that was one of the things that you're dealing with, right? Almost everybody has cravings because of bad blood sugar management. And then, of course, again, the hormonal changes, right? And if you're having hot flashes, if you're having night sweats, that's absolutely going to interrupt your sleep. So you're going to wake up tired, and then that's going to continue throughout the day. And I say brain fog and can't concentrate, but I'll tell you this. Any sort of mood issue, and when you're 40 after, really, you've got to look at your hormones. And I say this a lot, so you guys know where I stand on this. I'm not anti-conventional medicine at all, right? At all. If I break an arm, send me to the emergency room or urgent care, right? But for things like hormones, for things like weight gain, for things like stress, for things like poor sleep, I think taking a functional or naturopath approach makes a ton of sense, because there's so much you can control and do yourself without a prescription. Same thing when it comes to your mood, right? You get really angry. Are you spouting off? Are you, this is like PMS on steroids, right? So the 2 biggest tools that we're getting from the conventional side of this when we're going through hormonal changes due to perimenopause or menopause are the birth control pill or antidepressants. We're not really depressed. Our hormones are just out of whack, right? Yet we're being given prescriptions. One of my newest clients, She's on antidepressants because of menopause, and we're going to be finding ways that we can safely, working with her doctor, wean her off them, right? So I think when a woman comes to me and she's exhausted and she has weight gain and she has hormonal chaos going on, I really want to talk to her because there's so much we can do. This is my typical customer that I have coming to me. And look, I've had it all right through the gamut. I'm turning 50 on October 11th. My 50 and fabulous journey that I'm on right now. But even from age 38, right, I was very unhappy. I was very overweight, so I lost the weight, found a new man, felt gorgeous on my wedding, feeling great now. But still, I have a little bit of meno belly right now that's popped up that I'm dealing with. I've gone through this whole up and down. And it took me a lot of trial and error and looking for the information to be able to figure out how to make myself feel better. But now I can. And so I've woven all these things into my program so that when women come to me, I can give them a systemic and strategic approach to dealing with it. So in 90 days, in 12 short weeks, you can feel so much better, right? So this is a client that I had, Carrie, isn't she beautiful? Carrie was super struggling with cravings, with working out all the time, but not being able to lose the weight, with joint pain, just aches and pains terribly, and being so frustrated that nothing was working. And, I was able to turn that around for her. She wasn't doing anything with detox. She was the owner and of a salon, a very successful salon. And so, of course, think about all the chemicals that we're putting in our hair. Like, I got to go get my roots done, right? But, it's one of the things that we do, right? We go get our roots done, right? But I detox regularly, so I'm handling my body's toxic load. But she wasn't, right? So by working with me, getting her nutrition in check, making sure she was eating when she should, making sure she was detoxing her body, she had an amazing turnaround. Carrie lost twice the amount of weight that she wanted to working with me. She doesn't have any aches and pains anymore. And I love this last line. She's found new ways to be social that doesn't revolve around food. That's a tough one. Because if all you've ever done with your girlfriends is go out and drink wine and eat, and now all of a sudden you're being healthy, you have to learn how to navigate that so that you don't want to be cut off and not be with your friends anymore, but you've got goals, right? And so that's a big part of what I help women do. A big part of that. Stacy's my New York City lawyer, and she was just under massive amounts of stress and basically just not eating, not nourishing herself. So when you're under stress, I'm telling you, you are nutritionally depleted. Stress burns through nutrients like a house of fire. So you have got to be fueling yourself with good quality, nutrient-dense foods. And to get yourself out of a deficit as quickly as possible and to get yourself back up there, you have got to supplement. Clean, quality supplements that are targeted to do what your body needs. You got to do it. Plant adaptogens are where it's at, my friends, when we're talking about stress, for one, because that gives you the short-term tool to make you feel better as we work on lifestyle habits, as we work on mindset shifts to help you manage that stress, right? And then you always have them too for those times of stress that are going to come and go as we navigate through life, right? So a lot about working on this program is, what are those strategies that I can apply as different things hit me in my life? Because it's not just like you go through the program and you're absolutely fine and you're never going to be stressed again. That's not reality. The reality is you create foundational habits about how to eat, how to move, help you with your sleep, right? How to manage that stress so that you feel better, you get your balance back, you feel like yourself again, and then you can maintain those ebbs and flows that happen in your life because you've got the tools and strategies to know how to handle it. That's what we need. That's what avoids that whole hamster wheel, that diet roller coaster that nobody wants to be on, right? And that's really what Stacy did. I love this last part. She would, just do it, trust the process, listen to your, Jen and yourself. That was amazing. I love that feedback. So just in the last few minutes, and this went a little bit long, but I talked about it. I have 4 main pillars that I work on. So the first one, again, food that serves your body, right? Nutrition 101. If you are nourishing yourself the right way, you'll stop the cravings. You'll stop them right in their tracks. You will work on achieving better body composition. So it's not just pounds you're losing, but inches, right? Part of that comes from not being bloated. The other half comes from developing great muscle tone because you're feeding your muscles. Most of us are not getting enough protein, most women in particular. And once you hit menopause, you are losing about 8% of muscle mass per year. So it's incredibly important to make sure that you're getting in your protein, right? So food that works for you. Super, super important. That's the first one. Second one, toxicity, right? You are what you eat, but really you also are what you absorb. And with your food, right? With your air, with your water, right? You are absorbing a lot of chemicals. We are more exposed to chemicals than ever before, than our parents or our grandparents or great grandparents had to deal with. So supporting that liver, supporting our body so that we can make sure that what comes in goes out. We are flushing it through regularly and that we have got a process to follow. We find the right one that works for you and you get really good at it. And then you learn how to read your body. You learn how to listen to your body so that you know when you should be doing these again. It's so great. This is the best of Ayurvedic ancient medicine, right? Detoxing and fasting protocols have been around for 6,000 years. They're in every major religion. It's for a reason. They work, right? Fasting gets you in touch with yourself, forces you to have a timeout, forces you to think about what's important. I just came off Yom Kippur yesterday. That is the ultimate fast for a Jewish person, right? Getting us closer to God because we're peeling away all the everyday, right? Getting in touch with that. And so also I got a great benefit of detoxing my body while I was doing it, right? Kathleen, what was this? Oh, because one of your episodes, I replaced all of our plastic shaker cups. Good girl. Yes. Get rid of that plastic. Ditch the plastic. Don't cook in plastic. Don't microwave in plastic. Please don't do that. Good one. Hormonal harmony, right? If we're doing these things right, if we're setting a strong, healthy foundation, then our hormones are going to be this beautiful symphony. Because once one gets off, they're all impacted. It's like that violin player who can't quite get it together, right? Everything just sounds terrible. So really using food as medicine, using exercise is great to help with hormonal balance. Helping us push the reset button when we fast. All of these things will make you feel so much better because you are balancing those hormones. And then really, you have to deal with stress and mindset. Liam, episode 30, you're right, brother, I'm here. So calming the chaos, right? Our central nervous system, right? We shouldn't be that stressed. Our nervous system, we shouldn't be that nervous, right? So helping you identify really what is stressing you, helping you use products, smart products, plant adaptogens to help you give you some immediate relief, and then helping you develop the right strategies so that you can deal with this on an ongoing basis, right? Dealing with imposter syndrome is a huge one, right? Discovering that you 2.0, who are you to do this? Who are you to get healthy? Who are you to put yourself first? I'm telling you who you are. You're you. You've got one you, right? And you got to take care of yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup. We've all heard it. It's not a cliche. It's true. It's truth. And so much stress becomes from we can't say no, right? You see a million LinkedIn posts a day about setting boundaries. Set some boundaries so you can take care of yourself. And as your coach, I give you permission and instruction to do that, right? So that this is at all, it's the fourth pillar. It's not fourth in terms of importance though, right? It's really not. So what does this mean from a tactical perspective, right? We get into really getting into some great sessions in prep week where I make sure, yes, you know what you're eating, when you're eating, how you should be doing it, right? We do those with the monthly focus with the ebook clarity, but we dig into that mindset piece. What is holding you back, right? What are we trying to solve, right? What are the top 2 to 3 things we can solve while working together that will create the most extraordinary results for you? Identify those and pull those out, because when you see those, when you cast that vision of what your life can look like, if you dedicate 90 days of working on yourself, it's truly amazing what can be accomplished. These weekly one-on-ones, right? This is a one-on-one program, concierge, high touch. This is not a group experience. This isn't just get an email and watch the video, right? This is me working with you, dialing in your program. When you hit a plateau, making sure that we're changing things, giving you a hug when you need it, and giving you a friendly kick in the pants when you need that too, right? Hug them and kick them. That was one of my closest woman friends, my best leaders, male or female, at GE taught me that much. You got to hug them and kick them. When your people know they love you and you're telling them something for their own benefit, right? They're going to accept it and go for it. And I got to tell you, that's one of the most effective coaching strategies that I have ever implemented and is absolutely my style. And then, of course, you get through a messaging app just for clients, text me all day, within reason. No, but you have that quick support, right? You're at the store and you have a new product you want to try. You have the food thing. You want me to look at a label. We do that. It's there. And you also get lifeline calls during the month outside of our normal weekly one-on-ones. So this is a high touch program that is for you, because so many of us have tried a million different diet plans or fitness plans or whatever. We join a gym, we go for a week, and then we become a member donor, right? Paying, and we never go again. If you've reached that point, you're ready to invest in some one-on-one coaching where it's me and you. I tell you what you need after listening to everything that you want to achieve, getting that strategic and systemic plan in place. And then you've got the weekly accountability and tweaks so that you make progress. That is the genius of this program. That is why when women come to me, they are ready. They've tried all the other stuff before and they're ready to say, you know what? It's time. I need this help and I'm going to go for it. It's like my friend Jennifer here. Jennifer was absolutely amazing. You can see this. She had struggled with her weight her whole life. And she was so excited when she went to the doctors and he's like, wow, what have you been doing? You've lost this weight. You're doing so fantastic. And you can see, she says, I've been overweight since I was a teenager. Weight Watchers, standing in front of everyone, weekly weigh-ins. All the things I tried, working with you is the only thing that's worked for me. I got this text from her when I was sitting in the parking lot of Whole Foods on a Friday afternoon. And I teared up. It was the best thing ever. This is the impact that I want to make on people. I want to serve because I've been there. I have been through all of this. Okay. All of this. And when you have someone in your corner who can give you the information that you need when you need it and helps you when you stumble or, you reach a plateau, because a plateau just means that your body's adapted and it's time to make a change. Right. But knowing how to make that change and when saves you so much time and frustration. Right. So we're about 5 after. So just this one point on the slide. Why do we always think we can do it all ourselves? Why do we always think we can be an expert in everything, right? We're women. We're super women. We think we know it all. I'm sorry. You don't have time. You are trying to figure out everything else in your life between your kids' school schedules and your latest presentation and how you're going to help your mom and get her to her doctor's appointment, right? You don't have time to sit down and map out a whole 90-day program for yourself. I'm sorry, you don't. Trust in the process. Whenever I've invested in a good coach and I've researched the coach, I've seen that they have results, they have credibility with me, right? I have never been let down when I've done that. So do your research. Part of it is just being here and watching this. Go to my LinkedIn page, look through all the stuff, look through all the featured posts, go to my website, right? Look at the testimonials. I can't say it any better than they can say it. So if you are ready to go all in, then I want to tell you, right? You've watched this. I want to tell you exactly what the program is. There's nothing worse than you get on a masterclass or something and somebody tells you about the program and then they don't tell you the details. I get super frustrated with that. So I'm going to tell you so that you know. So for this high touch custom concierge experience, you have 2 options to invest in, enroll in yourself. There is a monthly payment, 3 monthly payments of $12.50 a month, right? That covers all your coaching, all the books, all the experience, all the tweaking, all the access, right? Or you can get the discount of paying upfront 1 payment of $3,500. Boom, the time of enrollment. Your supplements and any sort of snacks or foods, and once you go to the grocery store, that is all on you because it's custom for every woman. right? So there's no way that that would be included. That just doesn't make any sense. You might have some supplements that I love that I want you to keep taking, right? So we design that and we work on that piece as part of prep week, right? Brenda knows. Brenda loves all the stuff that she's on. She just said she's doing a fast day today, right, Brenda? So that is how much it is to enroll with me. And this is Brenda right here. That she's on right now. She used to be a binge eater on a regular basis due to stress. I taught her she was in control. She's the decision maker. Is it worth it? What she was doing? She said she was putting crap in her body and then she was going to feel like crap, right? And what did she say just in today's episode? What did she say? Brenda, thank you so much for doing this. I love you, girl. She said, I love the program Jennifer offered. It made me feel so much better. I'm actually doing my cleanse today, and I don't feel hungry. Jennifer is a great coach, right? Brenda needed information. She needed to understand how to fuel her body, and she needed somebody in her corner. She needed support, right? Not all of us have support. Depending upon your circle of friends, right? Depending on how that circle goes, not everybody's going to be supportive. We all have like food pushers around us or alcohol pushers around us or people saying, oh, you're not fat. So people said to me, well, Jen, you don't look overweight. Well, that's great, but I'm 2 sizes up in my pants and I feel like crap, right? So you need somebody in your corner who is going to listen to what you have to say, who's going to understand how you feel and help you feel like yourself again. That is the benefit in all of this. So again, just to recap, invest with me, enroll with me. We'll pick a spot. I have a couple spots left for fall that are October start dates. You can do 3 monthly payments of $1,250, or you can do 1 upfront discounted payment of $3,500. And we start working together. We pick a date and we go. So if you want to do this, I've got a link here, tinyurl.com. So that's all I had. It was super fast to do. Apply to work with F to F, right? You click on that link. There is a free discovery session listed there. Look on the calendar, pick a time, and we chat about it. That's all. So if you are ready to invest in yourself, if you've watched one of these lives, if you watch all of the lives like Kathleen, thank you, girl, you're the best, then you can be like one of these women here, right? Found the energy, lit me up, down 16 pounds. Damn, Jen, tight work. If you want to be one of these women, start with reaching out. Let's have a conversation. Then we just pick the time. It's either yes, let's get started, or it's no, not right now. Either way, you've had the conversation, you have the information, you make the decision. It's as simple as that, right? And if you're not sure how it can work and you have some questions, that's what the discovery session is for. We talk about it. I give you my honest feedback. If I think you're a great fit, I'm going to explain to you why. If I don't think you're a right fit, I'm going to explain to you why, right? Because it has to be right. If you're going to invest in a program like this, you want to make sure, number one, that we like each other, that the energy is good, and you're ready to put in the time and energy to do a program like this. But it's not forever. It's 90 days. It's 3 months. And yes, the holidays are coming up. But so what? So you maybe go to a Halloween party, and then you eat on Thanksgiving, and then you have New Year's and Christmas Eve and Christmas. Okay, so that's like what, 5-6 meals? What are you going to eat the rest of the time? You have to eat food every day, right? And honestly, I love working with people this time of year. I had 2 people actually re-sign with me, and then all my new signups. It's because life is about being social. Food is about being social. Food is about family and fun and celebrations. And understanding how to go into those celebrations and know how to decide in advance, what am I going to do? Is this just going to be a flex meal and I'm going to go for it and have fun? Great. But if you want to be strategic because you have a goal and you want to stay on plan, how do you approach it that way too? That's what I teach you. That's what I'm there for. Because you're always going to have those choices, right? There's never 90 perfect days while you're not doing anything, right? That's what this is about. That's what this is about. So anyway, thank you so much for staying here. I'm flipping back to this first page. I so appreciate everybody, whether you have joined one broadcast or all 30 like Kathleen. I just really appreciate you. I appreciate this time that you're spending to get to know me, to learn some information, to try and up-level your health. That's amazing. And if you're ready to say, I am tired of feeling like crap when I wake up in the morning, then send me a DM on LinkedIn, send me a DM on Facebook, or use the URL, right? Use the URL that I had, and we will go ahead and get our appointment set up. I'm trying to see if I have a banner on here for that. Dun, dun, dun. No, I don't. Hold on. Going right back to the last slide. Sorry about that. So last slide here. Here's the URL, tinyurl.com/apply to work with F2F, Fatigued Fabulous, right? Apply to work for FTF. So thank you so much for your time. I have had so much fun. I have really embraced this platform, and I appreciate all the feedback and all the tips everybody have given me so that I could get better with every single broadcast. Take care, everybody, and have a fantastic rest of your day. And reach out if you're ready, because I'm ready to talk to you. Bye, everyone.